Okay. So here we are. Firstly, calculate. Let's see, read the question clearly. Calculate 3-yearly, 5-yearly moving averages for the following data. Okay, so first we are solving moving averages. In that moving averages, we are supposed to solve 3-yearly and 5-yearly. So first we will solve 3-yearly and then we will understand 5-yearly moving average. And what they have given to us is year, okay, number of years from 2000 till 2012, and what is the production in thousands of units, which means in 2000, in the year 2000, you had 24,000 units of production. In 2001 there was a production of 26,000. Okay, likewise all these are in thousands units, but instead of writing zeros so many number of times, they have put that in this format here. Okay, so this is your question. Now let us go to the solution part. Okay, so here if you see, first column what we are talking about is the year. Okay, then we have copied down all this, both the columns from the question, that is year and the variable y. This variable y is a dependent factor. Okay, so this dependent factor is nothing but production is dependent on many things, right? So that dependent factor y is given to us in the form of production for the year 2000, 2001, 2002 and so on. Okay, next, now we are asked to find out 3-yearly moving average. Okay, 3-yearly moving average is what we are supposed to find. So before finding the average, let us find out the 3-yearly moving total. Okay, so this is not average, this is total. So 3-yearly moving total we will find out first and then we'll go for the average. Now to find 3-yearly moving total, all these are y. So this is y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, nice name, no? y5, y6, y7, y8, y9, y10, and then y11, y12 and y13. So which means we have 13 data which is given to us, and 13 is a odd number. Okay, just keep this in mind. I will explain you why I wrote odd number here and how does it make difference. I'll explain it to you later. Okay, so please understand this problem has 13 data and 13 is a odd number. Okay, so now we have so much of data. Now in this, what are we supposed to do now is first add the first three numbers. The first three numbers is y1, y2, y3. If you add the first three numbers, you will get the total as 77. So how did we get 77? 24 plus 26 plus 27. If you do this, you get 77. And why did I write 77 here? Because for the three numbers, 26 is the middle number or the central number. So that is why I write the total in the middle number or the central number. So we will leave the first column blank and we will write the total in the column of the central number. Okay, so that is your first value. Now to calculate the second value, you should not go from here. You should start from y2. So first we started from y1. Now let us start from y2. Now y2, y3, y4. Three numbers because it is 3-yearly moving average. So take three numbers. Now 26, 27, 28. 26, 27, 28. If you add, you will get 81. Okay. Now 81, where am I writing? In the same column as the central or the middle number of 26, 27, 28. Okay. Now, next number, I started with y1. Next, I started with y2. Now, we have to start with y3. Okay. So, y3, y3, y4, y5. Okay. So, y3, y4, y5. So, in y3, y4, y5, can I know which is the central number or the middle number? Which should I consider? 27, 28 and 28. So which is the number should I consider? So we are going to write the total in the central or the middle number. That will be 28. Now, for the next addition of three numbers, from which variable should I start? Should I start from y3 or y4? Y4. So which are the three numbers I am supposed to add? So I'll start from y4. Y4, y5, y6. So which are the three numbers I will add? 28, 28 and 30. Okay. Now once I add all of these three numbers, I will write the total in the middle or the central number, that is 28. Now, from where do I start the next total? Next three numbers, from where should I start? We started from y1, then y2 is over, y3 is over, y4 is over. Now, next number should be from 28, y5. So, y5, y6 and y7. And then the total will be 90. And then I start from, again, y5 is over. Next, y6, y7, y8. The total is 95. y7, y8, y9. The total is 96. Then after that, y8, y9, y10. The total is again 96. Okay. Then y9, y10, y11. Total is 97. Then y10, y11, y12. Total is 101. And then finally, the last one is y11, y12 and y13. The total is 107. Now, if you see here, when we have an odd number, the first column and the last column is left blank. Okay, you will not have numbers in the first column and the last column. So this is how you are supposed to find out 3-yearly moving average. They can ask this for 6 marks question. These are very easy questions to answer. So please concentrate and understand the tactics or the technique to solve the problem. Okay. So here we are not going to add 3 separately, but here we are going to add continuously y1, y2, y3, y2, y3, y4, y3, y4, y5, y4, y5, y6 and so on. Understood till here? Any doubts? Okay. Next. Now, after this, now the next step is very simple. Now we already have all the moving total. Okay. Moving total is already there. Now you just have to find the average out of this. How do you find the average? Just divide each of the number by 3. Why we are using 3? Because it is 3-yearly moving average. So for 3 years, we are calculating the arithmetic mean or the average. So that is why we divide each of the numbers by 3. So 77 by 3 will give us 25.67. 81 by 3 is 27. 83 by 3, 27.67. 86 by 3, 28.67. 90 by 3 is 30, and so on. So each and every number we are going to divide it by 3. Okay. So these are the dependent variable given to us, and these are the 3-yearly moving averages. Okay, 3-yearly moving averages. In the graph, if at all they ask us to draw the graph for the problems, okay, we have such problems, we are going to solve them next. Okay, in the graph we will be considering this data. Okay, number of years will be considered, and what do we plot on graph is this data of y and the 3-yearly moving average. This is the data. This is called 3-yearly moving total. We are just adding the numbers, but we are not finding the average. But when it comes to this column, we are finding the average by dividing it by 3. Okay, so this is how you find 3-yearly moving average. Understood? Everybody understood? Okay. Now, let us go back to the question. Now, if you see the question, calculate 3-yearly and 5-yearly moving average. So we calculated 3-yearly moving average. Now let us go on and calculate 5-yearly moving average in the same question. From the same question only we are doing it. Okay, we are not going to any other question. Now, in 5-yearly moving average, this y is only considered. Okay, y is the dependent variable and this is only is considered, but here we will be considering 5 values. So y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, 5 values will be considered. Okay, so that will be your 5-yearly moving average. Now out of these 5 values, 24, 26, 27, 28 and 28, now say me which is the central value for these 5 values. Which is the central value here? Which is the middlemost value? Say me the number. I just got one answer. Okay, 2. Are you guys sleeping? Come on, everybody reply. So I can consider 27. I can consider 27 as the middlemost value, correct? Now, if you see, the total of that is written in the central column. Okay, so for 5-yearly moving average, the first 2 columns will be left blank, and then we will start because we are going to calculate the total of 5 values and write the total in the central value column. Understood? Yes? Okay. Now, next, how do we consider? Now we started from y1. Now next we will start from y2, y3, y4, y5, y6. 5 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now the central value will be 28. So in that column, I'm going to write the total. Okay. Now after this, next y2 is done. Now next y3, y3, y4, y5, y6, y7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now again, the central value is here. I write the total here. Okay. Now next, y4, y5, y6, y7, y8. And the central value is 30. I write the total here. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4 is done. Y5, y6, y7, y8, y9. Which is the central value? Which is the central value for this? 32. So that is the central value and we are going to write the total. Now like this, we are supposed to do the total for all of them with 5 numbers. Okay. Now after this, we will start from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is done. Now from 6, y6, y7, y8, y9, y10. Then 32, 33, 31, 32, 34. Then 33, 31, 32, 34, 35. And lastly 31 till 38. Okay. And all the numbers will be written in the central value so that it is easy to understand and take the average. Okay. Now this is called as 5-year moving total. This is called as 5-year moving total. Now we are supposed to find out 5-year moving average. Okay. We are supposed to do is now next what we are supposed to do is we have to just divide. We have to just divide all of these numbers by 5. Why we are supposed to take 5? Because it is 5-yearly moving average. So divide every number by 5. So when you divide every number 5 by 5, 133 by 5 is 26.6. 139 by 5 is 27.8. 145 by 5 is 29. 30.2 and so on. You get 5-yearly moving averages. For 3-yearly moving average, you have to divide by 3. For 5-yearly moving average, you have to divide by 5. Understood? Okay. So shall we go to the next problem? That's all. This problem is only so much. They have asked us to find 3-yearly moving average, 5-yearly moving average. We solved both of it. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next problem. Now, in next problem, they have asked us to find 4-yearly moving average. Now, calculate 4-yearly moving averages for the following data. Now, here again, they have given us the number of years, that is 2002, 3. It is started from 2002 and we have until 2012. But here in this problem, instead of production, they have given us sales. So this is nothing but this is Y and this is the year. Okay. Now here again it is in the thousands unit, which means 240 and after 240, 3 zeros. So which is going to give us 2,40,000 as the value. So here we have 240, 250, 278, 260 and so on. For all the number of years, they have given the data of sales. And they have asked us to find 4-yearly moving average. Okay. Now, before we go to the solution, say me how much data or how many data do you have? For how many years are we calculating? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, wait, I think there is some. Just wait a second. I think there's some problem with the data. Hold on. Okay, so let's continue. So we have 11 data. Now 11 is odd number or even number? We're calculating it for 11 years. Is 11 odd or an even number? Odd number? Okay. We have an odd number, which means the problem is going to be similar to the previous problem. Very similar to that. But then a little change here and there will be there. So we will understand what is that. Okay. So previous problem we calculated for 3 years and 5 years. So 3 and 5 are also odd numbers. Okay. But here in this problem, it is 4 yearly average. So 4 is an odd or even number? Very good. Smart students. Okay. So 4 is a even number. Now let's go to the solution directly. Now in the solution, we have just copied down the year and the value of y from the question. Okay. So this year and the value of y from the question, we have just copied that down. So from 2002 till 2012 and the dependent variable. Now, since 4 yearly moving average, since 4 is a odd number, sorry, even number, and they have asked us to find 4 yearly moving average. Okay. In this, we will be using the same technique of adding 4 numbers. That will remain same. But which is the central value for 4? Can anybody say me? Now let's say 240, 250, 278 and 260. Now out of these 4 numbers, can anybody say me which is the central value so that I can write the total there? 278 is the third value, right? It is not the central value. Think any other option? It's not there. Okay. Manu is saying it's not there. Okay. Any other answers? 2003, 2004, middle. Okay. Average you're talking about. We should write in middle of 250 and 278. Good. 278 again. Chaitra is sticking with 278 again. Okay, good, good. Yeah. Navya, your answer is right. Okay. So you're supposed to write the total in between of these two numbers. That's all. So that is why when you have odd number here, that is 3 yearly moving average and 5 yearly moving average, you can directly take, let me erase these lines. Okay, you can directly take these 3, you can directly take these 3, and then you have the central value where you will write. Correct? But now if you see, we don't have a central value. There is no central value for this. So in between 250 and 278, I will write the total. Good, Rakshita. It is an even number, so we don't have a middle number. So that is why we are writing in between the two numbers here. Understood? So let us start. So for 4 years, the technique remains same. We are going to take 4 numbers and first find the total. It is not the average. First we will find the total. So 240, 250, 278 and 260. Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4. The total is 1028. If you see 1028 is written in between 250 and 278. Okay. Now next number 250, 278, 260, and 274. Okay, so my next total, the numbers are from 250 to 274. So the central value will be here. Okay, so the central value will be here. I'll write in between 278 and 260. I'll write the value. Are you all able to follow? Yes. Okay. Now next, from which number should I start? 240 is over, 250 is over. Now next number, which should I start? 278. So I start from 278, 260, 272, 286. Okay, and I write the total in the central value, that is between 260 and 272. Okay, and so on. I just go on and calculate all the required numbers like this. Next, from 260 to 298, and I write the central value here. Okay, after that I take from 272 to 292 and I write the central value here. I'm using different colors so that you will be able to understand from where we have taken the total. Okay, now after that 286 to 308. So the central value is here. Then 298 to 302, central values here. And finally, the last number, that is going to be 292 to 318, where the central value will come here. Okay, so these are the totals. Understand, these are the totals and they are not the final average. Now, what should we do to find the average? We have found the total. So what are we supposed to do to find the average? Okay, I got one answer. How about others? Guys, wake up. I want everybody to reply. Divide by 4. So for this total, if I divide by 4, so 1028 by 4, 1060 by 4, 1096 by 4, 4. Why 4? Why are we taking 4? Why are we dividing it by 4? Because it is 4 yearly moving average. So what are they asked us to find? Because it is 4 yearly moving average. So we have got the 4 yearly moving averages here. Okay, understood? But once they have given you, or once they have asked you to find 4 yearly moving average, you should also continue and find out 2 yearly moving average. Okay, whenever they ask 4 yearly moving average, you cannot just stop here. You are supposed to continue and also find 2 yearly moving average. Okay, now for this, let us understand a little theory behind this quickly. Okay, so going back here, now if you see here the second point, okay, in case of even period, in case of even period is 2 yearly moving average or 4 yearly moving average that we are doing. In case of even period, moving average like 4 yearly moving average, the first trend value will be assigned to the middle period of second and third year. This is what we did, right? In between 2 years, now when we have 4 values, between second and the third year, we wrote the value. Okay, then second 4 year trend value will be assigned in between third and fourth year, and the procedure is continued till the end of data. then to synchronize, the trend to exact period. Now, since it is a 4-year period and we will not get exact data, so to synchronize that or to get into the proper form, so we will take the trend to the exact period by taking the average of two 4-yearly moving averages and assigning it to the middle of those two periods. Okay, now let us understand what is that they are trying to say. Let us go back to our problem. And we will understand what are they trying to say. Now here we had considered 4 years, 4 years, 4 years and all that, and found the central value, correct? And then we divided this by 4 to get the average. Now after this, what we are supposed to do? Now take the average of these two. Okay, take the average of these two and write in the middle of these two numbers. Are you all able to follow? Yes? Are you all able to follow? Now, after finding 4-year moving average, we will take the average of these two and we are gonna write that average in between these two numbers. Now, the next average I will take is 265 and 274 and write it between these two numbers. So here at the end of the day, first I'm finding the total and then I will find the average. Okay, then I will find the average. But the writing placement plays a major role because we will be using such problems to plot the graph. Now, when we are plotting the graph, the year, the value and this average values will play a major role. So that is the major reason why I'm stressing so much to write the values in the center of the two numbers or 4 numbers or 3 numbers or 5 numbers that we take. So we are going to find the total of two numbers. Okay, so we're going to find the total of two numbers and then we write in between them. Okay, we write it in between them. Now, once we write them, divide them by 2 again. Everywhere, all of this are supposed to be divided by 2. Let me write it in a little clear way. Okay, divide all of these by 2 and you get 2 yearly moving average. Sorry, this is by 2. I will just correct that and send. Okay, understood this problem? Any doubts until here? Okay, can we go to the next problem then? Okay, now comes the graph. See the question. Compute the trend cycles by the method of moving averages, taking 3 yearly cycles from the following data. So how many yearly moving average they're asking us to find? Quickly, we have less time. 3 yearly moving average. Now, what you have to do is, I want you people to try this problem and complete the table. Don't go for graph. Graph, we will do it in tomorrow's class. Just solve this problem with only table. Will you try it? Okay, I'll share this in the group so you can try this problem and keep it ready for tomorrow's class. Graph, we will do it in the next class whenever we have. Okay, so I'll stop it here for today and we'll see you in